What is going on, fam? Thank you very much for tuning in. Today we're going to be discussing on how to adjust to life and how do you overcome the depression and anxiety when you graduate college. But before we hit to today's video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I am now on LinkedIn at the Cristian Gray. Let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. Now, for about 4 years, depending on your major, maybe you did 6, or maybe you were a non-traditional student and you were off campus living and you were commuting back and forth. Depending on your situation, however long it took you to complete your degree, you have now graduated, earned your degree, and are trying to figure out what the next step is. The next step is really hard, and I'm not going to lie, because I think it's generally hard for everybody who's graduated college. Whether you're the traditional student or the non-traditional student, now you have to take initiative for yourself and start proactively applying for jobs, or maybe if you're the non-traditional student, get that promotion that you're seeking since you decided to actually get that degree and push forward. In which cases, some people don't have that same opportunity, and I want to give you an idea on how do you adjust to life. That is the biggest question. How do you adjust to life? I do want to make it very clear that there's no such thing as adulting. The easiest way to lose your self-esteem is by comparing yourself to somebody else. That is the easiest way to lower your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-love, the level that you have. I get it all the time where I see people settling for jobs the way they're settling for their career, the way they're settling for a relationship, and then they get married, and then they realize that they shot themselves in their foot and they're completely fucked. I don't want that for you. For the longest time, you've been told what to do. And whatever you've been told, you've never questioned it. You never questioned whatever authority figure told you what to do. It was your professor, teachers, mom, dad, dog, cousin, aunt, shit, your fucking cat. But now you have to take initiative for yourself. So the first thing that you have to do when adjusting to life is ask yourself, where do you want to go? Do you want to go back to school? Or are you trying to do something completely different and become a freelancer, or maybe get a career salary job, or go from part-time to full-time at your current job that you had? I don't know, and I can't answer that for you. But what I can tell you is it depends what you want to do. If you want to go back to school because you want to become a professional like a doctor, lawyer, an engineer, of course, that is something that you're going to have to ask yourself. And I would honestly question, should I get the degree or not? When you take out student debt, understand that you have to pay it back. So for those who graduated, those who are lucky to get a scholarship, you don't have anything to worry about. But when you take out student debt, you have to pay it back. It's obvious. But that's not the thing, like trying to figure out your career. Now you may have moved to a new city. Now you have to make new friends. Now you're stuck to a job. Instead of going back and forth and just having that one class, right? You remember you would always have classes separated throughout the week? You would go for an hour, leave, probably go back to sleep, get up, probably grab a burrito at your dining hall, then you would go get you would probably go get a cappuccino, and then you would head to your next class, and then you'd probably head to lab, and then you would come back, chill with the friends, consider doing homework, probably not do it, or you would go back studying. Now you are stuck, depending on your situation, at a job from 9 to 5. Or maybe you are trying to get into the freelancing industry. I don't know what you're trying to do. But now you have to take initiative for yourself. Adjusting to life, the first thing that you have to understand is, one, you have to lead yourself. Where do you want to go? Nobody's going to tell you where you want to go. The wheels are off. The train wheels are off. You have to ride your fucking bike and take yourself to a direction that you want to go. There's no right or wrong answer. You're going to make mistakes. And if you hit a career and you think that that's not right for you, don't be scared to change. Don't be scared to change. The same way that you changed your career is the same way that you changed your major. It's that simple. The same way that your first relationship didn't work. Break things off, find a new one, or take a break. Get comfortable learning how to live with yourself. Overcoming the depression and anxiety is one, taking action to do something that's going to make you happy. And that could mean, going out and meeting new people. I wouldn't recommend going to the bars. You do not want to make happy hour a thing. But also, the back end that you want to do is see, hey, you have anxiety because you're worrying that nobody's going to like you. Don't look for other people's validation. Make new friends. Go to a meetup group. But I do want to take a deeper dive into your self-care. Depression comes and goes. So does anxiety. But when it maintains persistence and it's there consistently and constantly, I want to give you a better way of think. A better way to think is actually a book that I personally use, not only in my book, Who the Fuck Am I?, but it's a book that I use for myself when I feel that my depression or my anxiety kind of kicks in and I'm not thinking clearly. And I want to read this for you. The book is by H. Norman Wright. He is a certified trauma specialist, a licensed marriage and family therapist. In other words, he is a professional that specializes in positivity thinking. He's there to help you mentally. And there's going to be a lot of mental blowback adjusting to life after college. It's called the adjustment phase. How do I adjust to life? It's overwhelming. It's anxious. You're worried. You're like, how do I do X, Y, and Z? Where's the answer? Where's this? Where's that? My new job, my new co-workers, whatever the case may be. And there's a part that stuck with me. Say no more to negative thinking. What negative thoughts worries you? Maybe you tend to fret about the possibility of losing your job. Let's assume it might actually happen. First of all, what are the chances? Let's give it a mathematical value. Is your company laying off 10%? So let's say you have 1 in 10 chance of receiving the pink slip. Now, assuming as it happens, is that terrible? Is it really catastrophic? Do you have savings? Do you have family or friends who could help you? Ask yourself, do I really have the ability to keep this from happening? Can I prevent it? If not, worrying really doesn't help. Whatever you do, guys, you can worry about one thing for the rest of your life. You can. But if you can do everything in your power to stop it, are you actually taking action to the things to stop your anxiety? Are you actually doing that? Ask yourself. If you are randomly, by chance, laid off, or your marriage goes to shit, or your relationship goes up the wazoo, did you do everything in your power to prevent that? And if you didn't, now you can blame yourself, but then you have to push forward. If you can't, and you put in all the contingencies, and you're being very prudent, and you put in your hard work, and you still got it, well, you know what? You're just going to have to let the chips fall where they may and figure it out from there. Because worrying doesn't solve your problem. Worrying only drains your mental capacity. Understand that. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you liked today's video. I do want to let you know I have a lot of personal growth and personal development kind of things coming up. I do want to talk a little bit more about mental health. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment at the end, subscribe. And if you have not checked out my book, Who the Fuck Am I? A Perfectly Imperfect Guide to Become Woke in Life, Discover Your Purpose, and Scale Your Potential, down in the link in the description, you'll be able to get a first copy. You will also be able to get membership access to my blog. I would love to hear your feedback. Anyway, guys, until next time, stay tuned. Take care.